Yo, in the last tutorial we worked on boundaries and depth animation. In today's tutorial we'll be adding projectiles so our ship will be able to fire lasers. Now create a new scene, click on the other nose and add an area 2D. Area 2D are best suited for projectiles except you want some physics, then go for a rigid body node. Control A to add a child node and add a sprite node and add a collision shape. Now click on the sprite and head to your assets folder because we need a sprite. In your assets folder, open assets, sprites, PNG and lasers. And pick your favorite and drop it in the texture section in the inspector. Click on the collision node and on the inspector, add a rectangle shape and scale it till it fits. Click on the parent node area 2D and rename it as laser. And Ctrl S to save it in our source folder. So adding a new area node, we need a new collision layer. So head over to project settings, scroll down to 2D physics and name layer 3 as lasers. Now exit project settings and head over to the laser node inspector and change this collision layer to 3 marks we want it to collide with the asteroid, which is 2. If you don't understand what we just did right now, you can check part 3 of this tutorial I taught on collision layer and marks. Next, attach a speed to a laser, clear all that, add a speed variable and set it to 100. Next, create a process delta function and beneath it, just like the asteroid, position minus equals transform dot y times speed times delta. This code reduces the layer's y position at every frame, so it goes upward. Remember, y reduces upward and increases downward. Now close the vift and drag the laser by clicking parent node downwards like I did and F6 to run the scene. And as you can see, the lasers will be going up. Next, in order for the projectile or laser to do anything, we need to connect this area enter signal because the asteroids are area nodes. So on the inspector, click on the nodes and double click on the area entered and click connect. Now in the laser's area entered function, under it just put area dot on hit. Area is any node that collides with it, and in the collision layer it is set to only collide with the asteroids. Therefore asteroid is our area. Now when they collide, the on hit function will be called. But right now the laser is still used. The spaceship is a harmless cargo ship, not a jet fighter yet. So let's make it a jet fighter. Ctrl Shift O to open scenes and select player or search for it there. Now we need the player to shoot the lasers from each stop there, and in order for us to do that we need a position 2D node to act as our spawn point. Now Ctrl A to add a child node and add position 2D node and drag it to the top of the player like mine. That is where our laser will spawn from. Next, for us to spawn the lasers, we need to instance it to the scene like we did to the asteroid. So head over to the player script and create a variable laser equal to preload with open and close parentheses and quotes in it. Now preload loads the scene for instancing when the game is running. Now head to the source folder and left click on laser and click copy path and paste that path we copied inside the preload function like so. Now that our laser is loaded, let's start making a shooting code. Now shooting will be very simple. When the player lets go of the left mouse button, we want to shoot a laser, and in Godot they say just release input command. Let's get started. In the get input function below if statement, put this code. Now elif means else and if joined together. We use it to join some bunch of if statements so we can give them a common else statement. So if we just release move, remember above if we press move we can move the player, but now if we just release move we can't move our player, so we want to fire a laser. And under we will carry out the instancing. First we created a new variable L which is equal to laser.instance. Remember this is the same thing as when we click that main thingy to instance a scene. Next we set the spawn position which is position 2D.global position. So wherever the position 2D node is, that's where the laser will spawn from. Next we get parent.add L. This will add this node to player's parent which is the world node, and we'll see the laser. Now F6 to run the scene, and as you can see once I let go of the player a laser is fired. Now head over back to Godot again and run the main scene by clicking F5 and let's shoot some asteroids and fire It seems there's an error, non-existent function on hit. This error means that laser doesn't have a function on hit. The asteroid does have a on hit function. What doesn't have the on hit function is the laser. So in order to fix this, we have to group our nodes so the area nodes would know what to do when it collides with something in that group. Right now, any area node that collides with the asteroid will run this code, and since our laser doesn't have an on hit function, the game crashes. So let's group them. Click on the laser parent node and on the inspector click node and click on the group tab. This is where we create groups. Now click on that and put laser like man, starting with a capital letter, and click add or press enter to add this node to the group laser. Do the same for the player and asteroid. Now head to the asteroid script and change this area enter script to this. Now this check if the area it collides with is in group player. If it is, then it does that, else it just ignores it. And that's how we group nodes in Godot. Next we head to the laser script and update its area entered signal function like so. And now F5 to run the scene, and when we remove the left mouse button, the laser is fired and the asteroid goes bye bye. That's the end of this tutorial, guys. We did a lot in this tutorial, so if there's anything you don't understand, feel free to rewatch the video or go through your script in Godot. Download and understand all those information. This is the hashtag 100 days on Game Them, and this is day 96. Next episode will be doing some explosion and stuff, but it won't be released tomorrow. Apparently 4 days away, so I have to make an epic 100 days finale video. Therefore the next video will be released on Wednesday or Thursday or even Friday. Till then, like, subscribe and share, and also check out my devlogs. I put my heart and soul into them, so check them out. I'm Desus, and I'll see you in the next video.